Dr. Barbara Lowe is a licensed psychologist and life coach who helps restore those living weary lives and provides them with practical tools so they can be all God has called them to be. Welcome, Dr. Barbara, to our special today. Just tell us a little bit about where you're from and what you do.
Well, I'm from Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, and I own a large practice there. We have about 14 clinical rooms. We just doubled. You know, when God says expand, He doubled our reach on social media, and we're buying a house, and we doubled our practice all at the same time. But I supervise my precious team there. We also have an online brand that I was alluding to, where we, like for example, we recently held the World Women's Wholeness Summit, where we had 112 countries involved so far, and it was a complete online conference, and we put it down right before, literally right before the COVID crisis. So now we have this beautiful online conference. And we have other online products as well. We do Live at 5s, where we pray with different people every night during this crisis. And
it sounds like a divine setup. God has you in the right place at the right time doing His work for the kingdom. So what is the flavor and atmosphere of North Carolina?
Probably about the same as here. I have said to my team that they are not allowed to see clients in office. So we're only doing teletherapy. Pretty much, we're not on complete lockdown, but it's probably about the same as it is here. Lots of people walking around on the greenways and the parks, and lots of people buying toilet paper and Clorox wipes. Very hard to find.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yes, but other than that, restaurants closed or doing takeout, similar to here.
Okay. Wow, it's mind-boggling sometimes. But let me ask you a question, the Dr. Barbara a question. So here I am in the midst of like panic, I'm dealing with depression, I'm looking at everything around me. What can I do naturally and spiritually to help myself turn away from those fleshly things?
Yeah.
My flesh sometimes just screams.
Yes. Let me start out with the natural, because we do know a lot about how to regulate the nervous system. So we want to keep our nervous system in what's called the zone of tolerance, where things feel manageable. So you think about this zone, and then when we go up above it, we're hyper aroused, where we have panic, rage, mania, you're just over aroused and it doesn't feel manageable. And when we're under the zone of tolerance, we are hypo-aroused, we are depressed, we are numb, we are down. And so we want to kind of stay in this middle zone. However, a lot of the tools that we use normally to go out, to go shopping, to meet up with friends, we don't have. So what can we do? Well, we can make sure we're getting some movement at home. We can make sure we're doing some physical relaxation exercises. You can go online and Google progressive relaxation and learn how to tense and relax your muscles to discharge physiologically. You can also really think about your thinking. Another good thing to Google is thinking errors, and then frisk your mind for thinking errors. We need to be really careful about how we're thinking right now. Now that goes into the spiritual, doesn't it?
Right. Because
the Bible talks about taking our thoughts captive. We need to be very careful right now to put on love, because we talked about the nervous system, right? Well, when I ratchet up, when I'm hyper aroused, your mirror neurons are picking up on that, and you're wanting to ratchet up as well. You're wanting to bump up as well. And so as I put on love, and as I self-soothe, and as I turn to the Lord more, I'm actually helping you to do that as well. Because our amygdala are always scanning for threat, which is why we want to watch what content we're listening to. We want to be in the Word. We want to be building ourselves up in our most holy faith. We want to be praying in the Spirit. We want to be worshiping. We want to be doing the things that are keeping us full of the Spirit. Because what is going to win is what we feed the most.
Right.
Our flesh or our spirit. And so I want us to remember to take the control that we do have. There's a lot of things we don't have control over right now. We do have control over what we feed in our spirit and soul,
Right.
and what we starve. And we want to feed the spirit, starve the flesh.
Beautiful. The one we feed is the one that will lead, either our flesh or our spirit. So I just believe that there is someone out there and they're watching and they're in the midst of all these feelings, whether it's panicking or depression. Would you mind just looking into the camera and ministering to that one?
I would love to. So I want to tell you that even though I have all these alphabet soup behind my name and I minister to people every day and see them healed, I want you to know that I used to struggle with anxiety. In fact, if you look up my story a little bit, you'll see I've been through a lot of trauma myself. And so I want you to know that I'm with you and I feel what you're going through. I want you to know that situations like this we're going to be prone to feeling the pressure of that anxiety, the pressure of that depression. And I want you to know it's okay, that God's with you in it. I also want you to know that real healing is possible, that I'm walking through this and I am not struggling with fear. I did at one point feel a spirit of fear coming through the television, and I said no, and I got immediately in the Word. So watch out for a spirit of fear. But here's what I want to share with you. Your daddy God loves you so much. You know, often we grow up and we don't have what we need, or we go through hard times where we didn't get the love, comfort, protection that we needed. And at times like these, both from a psychological and a spiritual perspective, that stuff is coming up. And we need to deal with it from a psychological and a spiritual perspective. So here, Jesus didn't come to condemn the world, but to love the world. And so there's no condemnation that this stuff is coming up. I teach a tool called self-parenting, or with women I call it more self-momming. But this is where we allow ourselves to use the part of us on the inside that we use to nurture our friends, our children if we're a mom, our pets. And as adults, we have this developed part of self that we can use to soothe others. And we need to begin to turn that inward with knowing that we have God's love on the inside of us too, and we can talk to ourselves in a soothing way. So what would a comforting parent say during this time? Well, a comforting parent might say, "It's okay, baby girl. It's gonna be okay." And I know it sounds kind of hokey to talk to ourselves like that, but think about, can you feel how good it feels? Just say, it's gonna be okay. God's got this. You're gonna be okay. He's holding you. And not only that, but He has an assignment for you during this time. But before you can step into that assignment, you need to step into His comfort, into His love, into His protection. And you can allow yourself to receive that within yourself.
It's just beautiful. All right, we have a minute left. If God is talking to you, you may want to call our prayer line. I know they're going to have that on the screen, but I want to ask you, what is God speaking to you for the body of Christ in this hour? Just briefly, if you could touch on that.
Well, for the past 4 to 6 months, we've been saying there's a coming awakening, and that, man, I just feel this. God is calling women into wholeness and legacy living like never before. And we've been saying it's time to get ready because a great awakening is coming. And so we launched the World Women's Wholeness Summit, 3wsummit.com. And we are relaunching it this weekend because I know the enemy's assignment for us right now is chaos and fear. But God's assignment for us is legacy living, wholeness, and unity with diversity. And we can show that and dig into that online. God's provided a way.
This is just awesome. Thank you so much for just sharing your wisdom with us and really the Spirit of the living God speaking through you.